The movie begins with a young man named Aman roaming the streets of Kondak on his skateboard. At present, the city of Kondak, center of power and enlightenment for centuries, has fallen into the hands of a notorious foreign invader called the Intergang. Aman arrives at an Intergang checkpoint, where he comes to interrupt a soldier from inspecting a van. Inside the van are the four colleagues Samir, Ishmael, and Karim, along with a hidden detainee who happens to be Karim's sibling and Aman's mother, Adriana. To help them pass the checkpoint, Aman creates a commotion. He expresses his sentiments to the soldier, calling out the Intergang for their decades of oppression. With the help of Aman's distraction, the van successfully passes through the checkpoint and drives away. Aman then catches up to the van, asking his mother's permission to tag along with them, but she disapproves because their mission is too dangerous. So they part ways, as the van drives to the desert mountains to proceed with their mission on finding the crown of Sabak. On the way, Samir sees Adriana peering shortly at her necklace and suggests that it is worth a fortune in the black market. The necklace is made of real Eternium, a rare mineral of magic properties found only in Kondak. But Adriana shrugs him off and indicates that it is a family heirloom. Being an archaeologist, Adriana reveals that the crown they are looking for is very powerful, as it is made of pure Eternium. She exclaims that the crown must be moved before the Intergang takes advantage of its great power. Samir, Ishmael, and Adriana search the mountain while Karim keeps watch of any approaching Intergang soldiers. It has not taken long for the soldiers to detect them, and they kill Samir and capture Karim. Meanwhile, Adriana and Ishmael move further into the mountain. The two successfully find the crown of Sabak, along with the tomb of Taith Adam, who is believed to be the champion and hero of Kondak. As soon as Adriana obtains the crown, the Intergang arrives while holding Karim hostage. They attempt to steal the crown from her, aggressively shooting at her location. She immediately runs away, but stops short upon seeing her brother Karim about to be shot. Finding herself cornered, she shows herself in front of them, pretending to surrender. She unexpectedly lands on top of Taith Adam's tomb, where she summons him with an incantation powered by her Eternium necklace. In an instant, an electric shockwave erupts as Adam awakens from his tomb. The Intergang troops open fire at him, but to no avail. Pissed off, Adam fights back them. On the other side, while Adriana calls Ishmael, huge chunks of rock fall over him. Thinking that he has died, Adriana and Karim escape by themselves with the crown of Sabak. Meanwhile, Adam mercilessly zaps and kills the Intergang troops in the mountain. He blasts a hole on the wall before hovering out of the mountain. Then he wipes out all the Intergang's backup forces through his overwhelming powers. His incredible speed allows him to manipulate the incoming attacks of the opponents. Just then, Adriana and Karim stumble across Adam while escaping in their van. As Adam slowly approaches them, the siblings freeze in terror. Behind him, a soldier prepares to shoot a rocket fueled by Eternium. But Adam catches the rocket and stares at it before it explodes. The power from the Eternium wounds him and he eventually loses consciousness. Adriana and Karim bring Adam along with them in the van and drive home to the city. Back in the mountain, Ishmael is not dead and turns out to be the leader of Intergang in Kondak. He communicates with another Intergang troop called the Raptors to continue his pursuit of the crown. The events in Kondak grab the attention of U.S. government official Amanda Waller. She contacts the leader of the Justice Society, Carter Hall, better known as Hawkman, to gather other members and assign them to apprehend Adam. The two proceed to discuss the members, who will be deployed to Kondak. Maxine Hunkel, also known as Cyclone, possesses wind manipulation powers, computer skills, and an incredible IQ. Adam Smasher, whose real name is Al Rothstein, has inherited his uncle's powers of growth and super strength. And Kent Nelson, known as Dr. Fate, holds the expertise in archaeology, magic, telekinesis, and medicine. The four members of the Justice Society board Hawkman's cruiser ship, as they prepare for their departure to Kondak. Hawkman relays to them the mission to stop Adam from further destroying Kondak. Around the same time, Adam regains consciousness, and finds himself inside Aman's room. He quickly heals himself from the minor injury caused by the rocket while Aman watches him in fascination. Adam looks around Amon's room, confused at his surroundings. Amon approaches him and catches him up on the entire situation. Adam learns about the circulating legend about him throughout the city. He is known by the people as a Bronze Age Kandaki demigod who is chosen as the champion of the wizards. It is believed that he revolted against the tyrannous ruler of Kondak named King Aktun, and successfully ended his reign during 2600 BC. Many things have changed in this city, and he has been inside his tomb for 5,000 years. Amon then convinces him to be their superhero again and asks for his help in liberating Kondak. However, Adam refuses, telling Amon that he is not a hero. He breaks through the wall, startling Adriana and Karim in the midst of their research on the crown of Sabak. Adam recognizes Adriana's voice that has woken him. After hearing the pleas of Amon and Adriana, Adam is kind of touched, and wants to vanquish the Intergang. Nonetheless, he remains reluctant, so he exits the house and hovers around the building. Amon persistently follows him as Adam makes his way to the statue in the middle of the city. While Adam is talking to the statue, Amon notices the Intergang troops around. He seeks to let everyone know about Adam's return, so he causes havoc against the Intergang soldiers. He steals a radio from a soldier and proudly informs them about Adam as he is being chased. When he is caught by the Intergang soldiers, Adam comes to his rescue. He slaughters one soldier after the other, either tossing or zapping them using his powers. The Justice Society witnesses this from their ship, and they arrive in time to stop Adam from causing further damage and death in the city. They split into two, with Hawkman and Dr. Fate taking off to save the Intergang soldiers. It is their first time to meet Adam face to face. Hawkman takes the lead, introducing themselves as the Justice Society, whose mission is to restore peace in Kondak. Dr. Fate continues, saying that Adam must surrender to them or he dies. Adam outrightly refuses, initiating another battle, as he uses his electric powers to zap them. In defense, Dr. Fate distracts him while Hawkman lands a strong punch against him. This agitates Adam, and the battle between them goes on. After a while, Dr. Fate calls Cyclone and Adam Smasher. Cyclone emerges through wind manipulation, causing a tornado in the area while Adam Smasher grows himself to trap Adam in his hand. They each take turns in an attempt to capture Adam, but fails. Amon, Adriana, and the citizens witness Adam's victory, resulting in a loud cheer for him. Despite that, Adam stares blankly at them and he flies away. Hearing about the Justice Society's intent on making Adam surrender, Adriana ridicules them. Hawkman replies to her that Adam is not a hero but a destructive madman capable of destroying Kondak. The Justice Society manages to convince her to help in peacefully negotiating with Adam. They head towards the location of the ancient palace, where they meet with Adam to negotiate his peaceful surrender. As Hawkman and Adam get heated during their discussion, Adriana interferes. She tells them that fighting will not be able to solve their differences, but the two disagree. Just before their fight ensues, Adriana receives a call from Amon. Amon informs her about Ishmael's sudden visit to their house to steal the crown. In their home, Karim suffers an injury from being shot by Ishmael, while Amon hides from the Intergang troops. Adriana again begs Adam to help Karim and Amon, convincing him that he is still capable of saving lives amidst not being a champion. In an instant, Adam flies on his way to their building. Back inside, Amon quietly leaves his hiding place towards the exit, but Ishmael spots him. He orders the Intergang soldiers to catch him, but Amon persists. Later, a soldier on a motorbike comes to abduct Amon. Adam appears right above the building and attacks the soldier, saving Amon in the process. Ishmael sneaks from behind Amon and takes him while Adam is distracted. Noticing Amon's absence, Adam catches on and chases the raptors as they hover in circles. Not long after, Hawkman follows to assist Adam in rescuing Amon. While in battle against the Intergang, the two continue with their heated argument. Hawkman warns Adam not to kill any more Intergang soldiers, but Adam refuses and further denies his help. The soldiers maneuver in various directions, where soon after Adam apprehends each and every one of them. He checks on each bike for Amon, but fails to find him. Meanwhile, Ishmael successfully gets rid of Adam, taking Amon with him. The Justice Society regroups inside their ship along with Karim, whose injury is being treated. At the same time, Adriana comes back to their home feeling dejected for Ishmael's betrayal. as well as her son and brothers concerning conditions. Dr. Fate comes and pays her a visit, reassuring her that the Justice Society will save them both. Just then, Adam also arrives at their home, smashing a wall in his entrance. Hawkman follows, bringing 2 Intergang soldiers with him as prisoners for questioning. Seeing the Intergang soldiers, Adriana rages, striking at them with a clenched fist, but Adam stops her. Adam instead drags them all the way up to the sky and questions them. After the 2 prisoners anxiously reveal Amon's location to him, he drops them to the ground. This again angers Hawkman, who quickly rushes to catch the falling prisoners. Their heated discussion leads to another brawl inside the house, reaching from the living room all the way to Amon's bedroom. In the middle of their clash, Adam finds his fist glowing in Eternium after he punches through a wooden door. The 2 check and discover the crown of Sabbac, hidden right behind it, which momentarily halts their brawl. They all gather inside the Justice Society's ship to secure the crown. When Hawkman suggests getting rid of the crown immediately, Adriana stops him. She insists that the crown is the only key to keeping Amon safe, so she holds onto it and pressures Adam and Hawkman to work together until Amon is safe. The ship then steers towards the Intergang's hideout. In the middle of discussing their plan, Adam abruptly flies over to the Intergang's hideout, where a number of troops attack him. The rest of the team follows, finding Ishmael, with Amon protected by a pure Eternium shield. Ishmael insists on trading the crown for Amon, finally revealing his true identity and the true nature of the crown. He introduces himself as the leader of Intergang, and the last living descendant of King Octun. During his reign, King Octun forged the crown of Sabbac, infused with the powers of the 6 demons of the ancient world in order to make himself invincible. Ishmael follows his ancestors' goal, aiming to take the crown and claiming his rightful place as the king of Kondak. Adriana unwillingly gives the crown to Ishmael in hopes of saving her son. However, Ishmael betrays his part of the bargain. As soon as he gains possession of the crown, he aims his gun at Amon and fires a bullet at him. This causes a commotion among them, making Adam charge uncontrollably towards Amon. His speed allows him to effectively shield Amon from the bullet. Unable to contain his rage, Adam ends up destroying the hideout with his power. He wounds Amon and kills Ishmael, who has already worn the crown. Adam becomes mentally anguished due to his guilt and flees towards the ancient palace. Hawkman follows him, catching sight of Adam staring at the statue. Adam reveals to him that the legend surrounding Kondak's champion has been wrongly credited. It was Adam's son, Huret, who was granted powers by the wizards and designated as the champion. Aware of Huret's invincibility, King Octun ordered a number of assassins to slaughter his family. Huret gave his power to Adam to save his life. Just before he got killed by the assassins, filled with rage towards Octun, Adam rushed to the ancient palace. He avenged the death of his family and came close to destroying the entire city of Kondak. However, his actions angered the Council of Wizards. They imprisoned him along with the crown of Sabbac, inside a mountain which later became his tomb. Adam deems himself unworthy of becoming a true hero, and he decides to surrender to the Justice Society. They take him to a secret underwater location by Task Force X, where they conceal him from the rest of the world, while the Justice Society brings Amon, Adriana, and Kareem back to the city of Kondak. Dr. Fate gains premonitions of Hawkman's forthcoming death. Adriana and Cyclone also learn about the real message engraved on the crown, which states that death is the only path to life. They realize that Ishmael has intentionally enraged Adam to kill him while he is wearing the crown. His death gives him access to Hell, where he is reborn as the champion of the 6 demons of Sabbac. At this time, Ishmael emerges from the underworld to claim his throne along with its powers. The ship detects him, who shows up transformed as the demon Sabbac. They continuously shoot at him, and in return he unleashes a fire to burn the ship. Hawkman maneuvers the ship away, but Sabbac takes hold of their ship and tosses them. They land roughly as the ship crashes on the streets of Kondak. The team separates through the crash, but they counter Sabbac's attacks. Hawkman, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher take turns in the onslaught as their battle against Sabbac commences. Meanwhile, Dr. Fate fills the entire ancient palace with a barrier to prevent the 3 of them from entering. In order to prevent his premonition from taking place, Dr. Fate ultimately decides to keep Hawkman from entering the ancient palace. He bids his goodbye to his fellows. As he takes on Sabbac alone, Hawkman tries to enter but to no avail. Dr. Fate arrives just in time before Sabbac nears the throne. He fights him to the best of his ability while calling for Adam using his astral projection. He holds Sabbac on the ground to stop him from approaching the throne. During the interval, he communicates with Adam, motivating him to defeat the demon champion and become a true savior of Kondak. Adam senses his presence and wants to escape his cell. He struggles fighting against the soldiers of Task Force X, but he doesn't give up. Two battles simultaneously ensue, as Adam fights to run off from the Task Force X while Dr. Fate continuously distracts the demon Sabbac. After a while, Sabbac is a few steps away from the throne. Dr. Fate holds him away but is hit by a formidable attack. He then exhausts himself, causing the force field around the ancient palace to disperse. Hawkman, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher are now able to enter, where they catch sight of Dr. Fate worn out in action. Sabbac runs to Dr. Fate and pulverizes him before sitting on his throne. Sabbac's triumph permits him to summon the legions of hell which fills the whole city with terror. Adriana, Amon, and Kareem, who are separated from the others, come across a massive number of demon skeletons. Together, the three fight to contain them. Amon calls out to the rest of the Kondak citizens, urging them to fight together for the sake of their city. Back in the ancient palace, the battle continues between the Justice Society and Sabbac. Hawkman, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher fire with a joint attack but remain inferior against the demon. As Sabbac is about to kill the rest of the Justice Society, Adam arrives just in time with his regained powers. The two current champions engage in a final battle to decide the fate of Kondak. Meanwhile, the people of Kondak establish their morale with the help of Amon's encouragement. They each swing their tools towards the skeletal demons, with a strong refusal to be terrorized. Inside the palace, the demon Sabbac demoralizes Adam, telling him that he is not a hero and that the wizard's powers are wasted on him. Adam nonchalantly accepts and collaborates a counterattack with Hawkman. Hawkman utilizes the power in Dr. Fate's helmet to trap Sabbac on his throne, as Adam ultimately delivers his finishing blow. He forcefully splits Sabbac in half and ends him together with the legions of hell. The people of Kondak wildly cheer for their victory and liberation. Hawkman expresses his relief to Adam for his timely arrival, bringing the both of them to good terms. They bid their last goodbye to Dr. Fate, who has bravely sacrificed himself throughout the battle. Adriana, Amon, and Kareem appear in the ancient palace shortly after, before the Justice Society departs the city of Kondak on a peaceful note. The loud cheers for Adam continue and Adriana encourages him to lead Kondak. At first he tries to settle himself by sitting on the throne, but then decides to destroy it. The movie ends with Adam accepting the responsibility of being the protector of Kondak. He aims on bringing his home the freedom it rightfully deserves, as he embraces the new name